Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the Caiden Cowger program, broadcasting from West Virginia. It is great to have you with us. So, Hillary Clinton, I tell you, she is not looking good. She is really not looking good. New pictures have come out of Hillary Clinton needing help getting up the stairs. Drudge Report had this on their front page, but it shows Hillary Clinton barely getting up the stairs and is having to be assisted by campaign staffers. And if you look in especially the Reuters photo, Reuters, the news organization, captured the photo of Hillary making it up the stairs, and you have the staffer on the left grabbing a hold of her left arm. Then you have the staffer on her right who's holding her arm, and she's grabbing on to him for dear life, and she's making it up the stairs. And Hillary is, how old is Hillary now? Hillary, I tell you, her health, it just does not look good. Hillary Clinton, if you search her age, you'll find that she is 68 years old, born back in 1947. But I tell you guys, it's compared to Donald Trump's health, Hillary seriously has some issues here, because Trump is 70 years old. But Trump isn't having to be assisted up the stairs like Hillary is. And if you guys remember back in 2012, Hillary suffered a blood clot in her brain, and a lot of people are wondering if she is losing it, if she is, potentially physically unable to be president, physically unable to serve as president. Because, when you have a blood clot in your brain and it does permanent brain damage, as we could very well be seeing with Clinton, it's possible. And I have seen videos online of where Hillary has possibly had seizures. One event was when she was talking with a bunch of members of the press, and a whole bunch of the members of the press started asking her questions, and all of a sudden Hillary just broke into a seizure. And that's what it looked like anyway. It was just really bizarre. And she tried to make a joke of it, but it looked like she was suffering from a seizure from that blood clot that she had in her brain, because that's one of the symptoms of it. Another symptom is over-exaggeration of things. And as we saw when she was at the DNC, when they dropped the balloons, that weird face that she made, I tell you, it's concerning. And Bill doesn't look good either, but both of them just don't appear to be all there, quite frankly. But I think it's getting to them. But when you see pictures like that coming out of Hillary needing help to get up the stairs, it does not make much of a compelling case for a Clinton presidency, because it makes her look like a feeble old woman. It makes her look like somebody who is physically incapable of being president. And I just, wanted to point that out, because it's, and you can look up the pictures yourself. Of course, we'll have it up at CaidenCowgerProgram.com. But it's, it does not look good for her at all. And have the article here. This was when she, back in January, Clinton came out of the hospital after treatment for the clot. That was January 2nd of 2013. Suffered the clot in 2012. She had a fall back in 2009 where she had to get surgery for that to repair her elbow, which was fractured in the fall. So she's been falling down. She had a blood clot in her brain. She's needing assistance in order to make it up the stairs. It doesn't look good. It does not look good. So, someone made a tweet on here. Quick, get that woman a Cain, Kaine, stands for her vice president. But yeah, Mark Maleka with Getty Images put that out there, and Reuters reported it too. So guys, I'm telling you, it just doesn't look good for Hillary. It does not look good for Hillary, and her health is a concern that I think people should also be taking into consideration, because when you think about it, guys, what was it that they did to Ronald Reagan when he was running against Jimmy Carter? They were trying to make it out like Ronald Reagan was physically incapable of being president, did they not? That was a big deal that they were making. They were saying that Ronald Reagan is too old to be in the White House. He has, health problems, all this stuff. And it was so foolish because Ronald Reagan was perfectly fine and turned out to be an outstanding president. But here you have Hillary Clinton that genuinely appears to be having some health problems here. And what do the Democrats do? They don't pay any attention to that. Yeah, they just act like nothing's happening, nothing to see here. She's perfectly as fit as a fiddle. But yet they say that Donald Trump has all of these issues regarding psychology. Okay, it's so stupid, but that's the media for you. They completely ignore any time that a Democrat seems to be experiencing health problems. But if that were Donald Trump going up the stairs, that would be on CNN, MSNBC, all of those major news organizations. They would all be reporting that, and you know it. I mean, you just know it. Because they try to attack Donald Trump any way that they possibly can, and that's apparent. I mean, just like with the baby, all right? Donald Trump was joking around and said to a woman who had a screaming child to go ahead and get the baby out of there. And he was kidding. He was joking, and that's what he said afterwards. He said, no, I'm kidding. I'm joking. He even said that. So, guys, the thing that gets me is that the media just manipulates. Even when Trump jokes, they interpret his joke as being literal. And it's so unfair to him, but that's the media in this country. They are unfair. They are nothing but a bunch of liars. The media in this country lies. It's all that they do. And their number one goal is to take Donald Trump out. That's all. Their sole purpose. Just like that one guy, what's his name? Khan? That Khan guy, that entire story. And what was it that he said? I just want to be out of the spotlight. Well, he's doing interviews. He's going from news organization to news organization. He's appearing on TV more than Hillary Clinton herself. I mean, guys, this Khan guy is a con. And that was apparent when it was revealed that he had connections with the Muslim Brotherhood and also wanted to see Sharia law implemented in America. But as soon as conservatives started getting that one out, then the media, they get off that a little bit. But, this entire thing regarding the media covering Trump, now they're saying that Trump is just completely done with it all and that Trump is trying to lose and that he's no longer interested in the presidency. Just complete foolishness. It's all just so stupid. And by the way, there's another article that I want to get to here in a second too. But two of the Benghazi victims, the families of the Benghazi victims, have decided to sue Hillary Clinton. And this is a major thing that just came out. But the parents of two Benghazi victims are suing Hillary Clinton for wrongful death and for defamation. Now listen to this. This is from FoxNews.com. The parents of two of the four Americans who died in Benghazi in the attack that took place in 2012 filed a lawsuit on Monday against Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton. And they were alleging that her reckless handling of classified information contributed to their deaths. The case was filed in the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia by Larry Klayman of Freedom Watch USA on behalf of Patricia Smith, the mother of Sean Smith, and Charles Woods, the father of Tyrone Woods, for allegedly wrongfully causing the death of their sons, as well as for defamation and intentional and negligent infliction of emotional distress. Because what was it that Hillary Clinton was telling them? What was she saying? Oh, it was all over video. And then it turns out, no, it wasn't over video. No one even watched the video. But somehow that guy's still in jail. The lawsuit suggests that Clinton's use of a private email server contributed to the deaths of Smith and Woods, adding that terrorists were able to obtain the whereabouts of Ambassador Christopher Stevens and thus the U.S. State Department and covert and other government operations in Benghazi, Libya, and subsequently, listen to this, orchestrate, plan, and execute the now infamous September 11th, 2012 attack. Having used a secret private email server that we know was used to communicate with Ambassador Christopher Stevens with confidential and classified government information, and which we also now know was likely hacked by hostile advisors, or adversaries, such as Iran, Russia, China, and North Korea, aligning with terrorist organizations. It is clear that Hillary Clinton allegedly, negligently, and recklessly gave up the classified location of the plaintiff's sons, resulting in a deadly terrorist attack that took their lives, Clayman said in a statement announcing the suit. In addition to the wrongful death and negligence charge named in the suit, the parents also claim that Clinton defamed them in statements to the media, according to court documents. During her campaign for president, defendant Clinton negligently, recklessly, and or maliciously defamed plaintiffs by either directly calling them liars or by strongly implying that they are liars in order to protect, enhance their public image, and imitate and emotionally harm and silence them not to speak up about the Benghazi attack on at least 4 separate occasions, Clayman wrote in his complaint. Patricia Smith has previously spoken out against Clinton, most recently at the Republican National Convention in July. Clinton's campaign has not yet responded to requests for comment about the lawsuit. In an interview last week on Fox News Sunday, Clinton denied telling family members of those killed that the attack was sparked by an anti-Islam video and was not terrorism. So she's denying that now. See, they're liars. They are such liars because the Obama administration entirely was spreading around the false notion, the false narrative, that all of this came from an anti-Islamic video. So therefore, it's the it's the infidels out there that should be held responsible, not the radical Muslim extremists. Now of a sudden she didn't say that. No one said that. I don't even remember that. That was so long ago. Guys, I'm telling you, this woman is so unfit to be held to be in any political office. I don't care if it's the presidency. I don't care if it's a dog catcher. She couldn't do it. And considering that she needs such assistance to get up a little flight of stairs leading to a porch, I don't think she could even handle chasing after dogs. So that's out for her too. But I wrote an article that's going to be coming out on Wednesday. And it's basically from my original video, an original remark that I made not long ago where I said that Hillary Clinton does not need to be president because women can do better than Hillary, okay? Because everyone's saying we have to have Hillary as president. That's what we need. We need Hillary Clinton to be the first woman president. That's the narrative that the media, that the liberals, that the Democrats are telling us that we have to comply with now. We have to vote for the first woman president. Hillary Clinton does not deserve to be president, and she especially does not deserve to have a historical title like first woman president. Okay, she doesn't deserve that. Bill Clinton does not deserve to be the first gentleman president because he's not a gentleman. He doesn't deserve to be in the White House again. Hillary Clinton does not deserve to be in the White House again. And, you know, guys, it's just so absolutely pathetic that there are some people out there that are actually willing to vote for that woman. She is a slime. Look at all the scandals that she's been involved in. Look at now everything that we're discovering regarding this email situation. It's so absolutely horrible. This woman can't even send an email. How in the world is she going to be able to be in any leadership position whatsoever? And, you know, on top of that, everyone's been saying, you know what, we have to question Donald Trump's temperament. Donald Trump's temperament is in question. He's just going to nuke us all. Well, Donald Trump was in opposition to the Iraq War, while Hillary Clinton was in support of it. So does that mean that Trump would be more likely to use nukes or more likely to get us into war when he's been opposed in the past of regarding the Iraq War, being opposed to the Iraq War when Hillary Clinton was in support of it? I mean, guys, I'm just telling you the way that it is. Donald Trump would be a far better president than Hillary Clinton. Far better president. And he just released his economic policy, which we're going to be getting to here in a little bit as well. Have some audio bits to play for you there regarding that. But Donald Trump would make a fine president, especially compared to Hillary Clinton. Hillary will destroy this nation more than it already has been destroyed by Obama. We are losing our country. We've presently lost our country, and we have to get it back. And the only way to get that back is by electing Trump to be our next president.
Fighting liberalism one lie at a time.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-824-9762. Again, 800-824-9762. That's 800-824-9762. 800-824-9762.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls, start saving thousands in interest and fees, and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-826-1132. 800-826-1132. That's 800-826-1132. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja is a company that specializes in slashing debt. They deal with various debt problems such as student loan debt, tax debt, debt settlement, debt consolidation, credit repair services, and bankruptcy. That is 1-800-826-1132. Now, their company, the Debt Ninja, operates on a national level and have worked to fight the IRS for many of their clients. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-826-1132. That is 1-800-826-1132. Once again, that is 1-800-826-1132. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say.
So, have some highlights here for you. This is from Trump's economic speech, and he really did a good job. Really just put the message out there that he's wanting to lower things while Hillary Clinton is wanting to raise taxes on everybody, wanting to raise, all this stuff. And Trump is saying, we don't need to do that. We need to be lowering it. One of the really just wonderful things that Trump's wanting to do is he's wanting to eliminate the death tax, which that's basically like, let's say you're a farmer and you own all this farmland, prevents the government from taking like 50% of that when you die, so it leaves all of that money to go to your families. Because presently, if you die and your money is to go forth to, for example, your son or daughter or whatever, the government will take a chunk of that money that goes to your children. And that's not right. It's their inheritance. The government isn't entitled to that. The government is not entitled to benefit from your death, okay? So Trump wants to eliminate the death tax. It's one thing that was really compelling that I really liked in this entire thing. But anyway, guys, going to go ahead and play this for you. These are some of the highlights from Trump's economic speech that took place in Detroit. And by the way, Trump was interrupted like 14 times by hecklers. And I was doing a live tweet thing where I was counting down all the hecklers on Twitter, seeing come up. But yeah, it was horrible, that aspect of it. But overall, Trump did a good job, handled it well, stayed on message. But anyway, here is Donald Trump in Detroit talking about his economic plan.
There will be no change under Hillary Clinton. Only 4 more years of weakness and President Obama. But we are going to look boldly into the future. I am proposing an across-the-board income tax reduction, especially for middle-income Americans. This will lead to millions of new and really good-paying jobs. The rich will pay their fair share, but no one will pay so much that it destroys jobs or undermines our ability as a nation to compete. My plan will reduce the current number of brackets from 7 to 3 and dramatically streamline the process. We will work with House Republicans on this plan using the same brackets they have proposed, 12%, 25%, and 33%. For many American workers, their tax rate will be 0. As with taxes, I will have one overriding goal when it comes to regulation. I want jobs and I want wealth to stay in America. Trade has big benefits, and I am in favor, totally in favor of trade. But I want trade deals for our country that create more jobs and higher wages for American workers. Isolation is not an option. Only great and well-crafted trade deals where we as a country for once benefit instead of being taken advantage of, we are going to benefit and our workers are going to benefit, or we're not going to make those deals. We need to stop believing in politicians and start believing in our great country.
That was Donald Trump talking about some of his economic policies. But it was, quite frankly, from a lot of the stuff that he was stating there, I was on board with. I was fine. Now, one thing that a lot of people have been concerned about is the thing regarding tariffs. And people say, Donald Trump supporting tariffs, that's not conservative. All right, what are you going to do to get jobs back into the United States? Seriously, what are you going to do to get jobs back into the United States? What are you going to do to get manufacturing jobs back into the United States? What are you going to do to get companies to establish themselves here once again? Because I was having a conversation with a friend of mine that was supporting Ted Cruz, very much so supporting Ted Cruz, so much so that it's hard for him to vote for Trump. And I was just talking to him about Trump's policy regarding the tariffs and all, and he said, "Well, how can you support the tariffs thing. And I said, okay, well, let me explain it to you. Before the progressive era, we did not have the income tax. We depended on tariffs. All right. So up until that point, Republicans, Democrats, everybody, didn't matter who you were, didn't matter what status of wealth that you had, you kept 100% of your money that you earned. Okay? Well, then all of a sudden they decided to implement the income tax and use that as a substitution for the tariffs eventually. So, see, the thing that you have to understand with that is that supporting tariffs is a good way to get jobs back into the United States, because companies, if their products are so high here in America, then that's just going to open up the door for new companies to become established in America and offer prices at lower rates. Now, if that doesn't happen and new companies aren't established, then guess what that means? That means that these other companies are going to come into America and they are going to establish their companies back home. Because I'm sorry, I just think that it's very unfortunate that you can have cars made in Mexico or have cars made somewhere else in some other country and then bring them over to Buchanan, bring them over to West Virginia and sell them in a car lot. I don't think that's right, because it's not benefiting anybody other than the car sellers, other than the car dealers. I don't think that we should, that it should be like that. I mean, that's just me personally. And I was talking with him about it, and he said, well, wouldn't the way to go about that would be to make America more pro-business and to give them more of an incentive to come here? And that's fine. But the thing is that it's still not going to work without a tariff. Because they're presently over there in China, the people that are, making China-made goods and then shipping it over here to America, guess what? Those people that are making those products and then bringing them over here to America, they're getting paid just a few cents per hour. And with our minimum wage here being at, $8? They can't compete with that. And what are you going to do? Just, pay people 5 cents per hour to work? Yeah, that's going to go over well. Sure, you'll have a lot of businesses or a lot of people working for that job. It's not going to happen. So, I mean, guys, that's the thing. Without tariffs, it's pretty hard to get businesses to come back into the United States. It's just not going to be that difficult. And one of the things that he said to me was, well, were you in support of tariffs before Trump ran for president? Because one of the common misconceptions that is in existence out there is that somehow Donald Trump is making conservatives like myself liberal. And that's the most ridiculous notion that I've ever heard, because none of my principles have changed since Donald Trump has become the nominee for the Republican Party and since I started supporting Donald Trump. None of my principles have changed. I'm still pro-life as much as I was before. I am still in opposition to same-sex marriage as I was before. I'm in support of traditional marriage. I believe marriage is between a man and a woman, and that's one of the reasons why I want to see Trump in there as well. Because if you get Hillary Clinton in there, then guess what? Yeah, more liberal Supreme Court justices. So that goes out the window. Let's see. You have his economic policy, which is fantastic, which benefits everybody. And then you have the tariff thing, which I personally don't find a problem with, considering that the meaning of conservatism is conserving the policies or the beliefs of our founding fathers, the founding principles. And guess what? All the government would allow, all that the government was allowed to do before the income tax was implemented was just collect money through tariffs. So that was our main source of income for a while. So considering that now tariffs can be used to bring jobs back into the United States, that's a positive aspect of it that I personally think. Because, see, here's the thing. Another friend of mine and I were talking about the tariffs idea, and he said tariffs have never worked. Well, what are you looking for them to work at? What are you looking for them to accomplish, in other words? And he told me, well, it's not going to be a main source of income. No. Okay, we're not looking at it that way. But would it be a source for getting, or would it be able to accomplish getting these various manufacturing companies to come back into the United States? More than likely, yes.
Some say he's the next Rush Limbaugh.
I tell you, this kid's got 90% of Rush's venom with only 10% of the biomass.
Somebody had to say it.
Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls, start saving thousands in interest and fees, and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-826-1132. 800-826-1132. That's 800-826-1132. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-824-9762. Again, 800-824-9762. That's 800-824-9762. 800-824-9762.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja is a company that specializes in slashing debt. They deal with various debt problems such as student loan debt, tax debt, debt settlement, debt consolidation, credit repair services, and bankruptcy. That is 1-800-826-1132. Now, their company, the Debt Ninja, operates on a national level and have worked to fight the IRS for many of their clients. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-826-1132. That is 1-800-826-1132. Once again, that is 1-800-826-1132. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Caiden Cowger program. It's great to have you with us. And see, here's another thing, guys. The Republican Party, many people out there that are opposing Donald Trump's tariffs, they're saying, well, how can you call yourself conservative and be in support of a tax like a tariff? Well, it's easy. It's not affecting the American people. How can you say it's not affecting the American people when they're just going to be patted down with the bill? Because that's how it would work. All right? We would be feeling, for lack of a better expression, we'd be feeling the burn, B-U-R-N, not B-E-R-N. You'd be feeling the burn for a little bit because a lot of the prices would go up on various items. But overall, I think that it would eventually, because people wouldn't be buying as much of the same products, it would, as a result, I think, cause a lot of these companies to come back into America. Because what's going to take place is that if you have a tariff that's implemented, either those companies are going to come back into the United States and they're going to establish businesses here, or other companies are going to rise and they are going to start making stuff in America again. Because let me explain to you how it would work. All right? If you develop a tariff that is going to make, let's say, toilet paper, right? Let's say that toilet paper is being made in Mexico, okay? So you're selling toilet paper, all right? Well, here you have this high cost of toilet paper that's just gone up. And now you go to Walmart, oh my gosh, the price is outrageous. Well, guess what? It would be cheaper if they would make it in America. So either that company is going to move to America and they are going to start making cheaper toilet paper, or what's going to take place is that another company is going to rise. It's going to be built in America, and then they will replace that other company. So they'll be selling cheaper toilet paper because it doesn't cost as much to make it. Because what you'd be facing over there would not necessarily be the cost of employees if it's being made in Mexico. It's not going to be the cost of production, but instead it's going to be the cost of distribution, because what's going to take place is that when they're distributing it to the United States, they're going to have that extra tariff slapped onto them by the United States government. So basically, it either means get to the United States or you're not going to be able to sell anything in the United States for an affordable rate that people are going to actually want to buy. And that's just the way that it is. So, I mean, to be completely honest with you guys, it is an effective way to get jobs back into the country. And that is not a progressive way. That is not a liberal maneuver, all right? These are companies that are basically Mexican companies. When Ford decides to build a company over in Mexico, I look at it this way. That company is going to be filled of people who are members of Mexico. It's going to be filled with Mexican citizens. So therefore, that's not an American company. That is a Mexican company that is taking advantage of the United States. It's as simple as that. So I don't have a problem with implementing a tariff on those people, because those people shouldn't be, those people shouldn't get a free pass just because they're out of the country, right? It shouldn't be working that way, because see, what's taking place here is that I'm a capitalist. I am a big capitalist. But what we're seeing take place is people who are multi-billionaires that are establishing their companies outside of the United States. And because they have shifted their companies outside of America, guess what? We have a heavy burden, because now we have fewer jobs, we have fewer manufacturing jobs, and it puts a bigger burden on our economy. It does. So overall, I think that by getting those jobs back into the United States, you are going to see an economic boom again. And I think it could very well completely turn the economy around and make America even better. As you know, Donald Trump said, make America great again. I think it would help bring jobs back to America. Because, I mean, guys, we have to do something. we have 94 million people now that are outside of the workforce. 94 million. Don't believe that 4.9 mark that the liberals have given you. It's 94 million people that are not participating in the workforce. And those 94 million people are not considered to be unemployed. Because if they haven't been searching for work in a month, they're not included in the official unemployment rating, which is completely stupid, but that's what, that's how stuff works here. They try to deliberately deceive the American public into making you think that everything's better. It's all hunky-dory, but it's not. We're in trouble. Our economy is in trouble. And, of course, the Democrats are trying any way that they possibly can to convince you otherwise. They present all these numbers of how America is doing better, but in truth, we're not doing better. We are getting worse, and we have to be able to do something with the economy to get this thing moving again. And I think that Trump's policies are the best way to approach that. By the way, you have another thing that's trending here. Susan Collins, she is a representative. Is it senator? Is she senator or representative? I forget. Susan Collins is she's a U.S. senator. And the problem that we have with this is that Susan Collins has decided to come out and say that she is not going to be supporting Donald Trump in the 2016 election. And now she's trending on Twitter. Everyone's talking about it. Susan Collins not endorsing Trump, blah, 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 blah. She's from Maine. Susan Collins is not a conservative. Susan Collins is not a conservative. She was endorsed by HRC, Human Rights Council, or whatever, and she's very liberal. She's liberal when it comes to social issues. She was in support of targeting Christian companies by supporting the ENDA, the Employment Non-Discrimination Act, which would target Christian companies and shut anyone down who would deny service or deny employment of somebody who would happen to be gay. And it doesn't matter if the reason for their removal from that company would have anything to do with that sexual orientation. I'll give you an example, right? ENDA. It's called the Employment Non-Discrimination Act. Let's say that this guy is gay and he goes and applies to become a car salesman at a Toyota, right? Well, this guy or let's say it's a privately owned car lot just for the sake of corporations, right? So he applies for that and he gets it. And then the guy ends up finding out that this guy's a horrible salesman, horrible car salesman. Well, he doesn't care about his sexual orientation. He doesn't even know it. But he says, you know what? You're fired. Within a month, he's done. He fires him, he's gone, he's out. Well, that guy, let's say that he attends a Baptist church or Assemblies of God or something, Calvary Chapel, whatever. He attends a Christian church that believes that marriage is between a man and a woman and that homosexuality is a sin. Well, that former employee that was fired, can then go to a lawyer and say, hey, I think I was fired because of my sexual orientation. And that lawyer can then sue that Christian employer who didn't even know that the guy was gay, simply because he goes to a church that believes that marriage is between a man and a woman. So there you have the targeting of religious institutions that comes out of this bill. And it will be used by that. It would be used by that. But Susan Collins was all gung-ho for it. She was in support of that bill. And it was very unfortunate, very disgusting, very awful, but she's not a conservative. And that's one of the things that I have been noticing. A lot of these people who are coming out in opposition to Trump, saying never Trump, are not conservatives. And they're acting like they are so concerned about the future of the Republican Party, that they're so concerned about conservatism when they have been proven not to care all that much about conservatism prior to Trump. So I'm sorry, but this is just such absolute stupidity. And when people like Susan Collins say that they will not be voting for Donald Trump, that just makes me want to support Trump even more. Because when you have liberals in the Republican Party that are running away from Trump, that are staying as far away from Trump as they possibly can, to me that's very appealing. When you have Susan Collins now openly saying that she will not support Trump, a liberal Republican in the Senate, as liberal as they get, I'm fine with that. I'm happy with that. And I think that, that's it makes an even more so compelling case to elect Trump as being the next president of the United States.
Caiden Cowger. Keeping America straight.
Somebody had to say it.
If you've ever been looking for a way to invest your money, gold can be a very good investment. Let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is one of the best companies in the business dealing with gold and other precious metals. They have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and can offer spectacular information on investing in gold. All you have to do is call 1-800-932-4108, and they will give you the knowledge that you need to make an investment. Even if you've just been curious about purchasing gold, this is a great group that can provide you with reliable information. Call 1-800-932-4108 and also ask them about some of their ebooks, such as 10 Shocking Reasons Why You Should Buy Gold and the Definitive Gold Guide. These resources are great for anyone, especially those that are just curious about investing. Call 1-800-932-4108. And some of their products that they offer are quite amazing. I mean, they have the gold bars, they have the gold coins, but they also have this thing called a Valcambi bar. And this is basically just a little bar about the size of a credit card that can fit into your wallet, made up of little grams of gold. So anytime that you just want a gram of gold, you just break one of them off. It's really quite neat. So by all means, contact our friends at Capital Gold Group. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. Once again, that is 1-800-932-4108.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls, start saving thousands in interest and fees, and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-826-1132. 800-826-1132. That's 800-826-1132. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja is a company that specializes in slashing debt. They deal with various debt problems such as student loan debt, tax debt, debt settlement, debt consolidation, credit repair services, and bankruptcy. That is 1-800-826-1132. Now, their company, the Debt Ninja, operates on a national level and have worked to fight the IRS for many of their clients. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-826-1132. That is 1-800-826-1132. Once again, that is 1-800-826-1132.
Caiden Cowger.
Somebody had to say it.
So here you have another thing from the Chicago Tribune. And they're saying that Donald Trump's love affair with the presidency is over. This is by Daleen Layton of the Chicago Tribune. There is only one reasonable explanation for Donald Trump's erratic behavior in recent weeks. His fascination with the presidency has apparently ended. His infatuation is over. Like a schoolboy falling for a girl for the very first time, Trump was bewitched by the title of Mr. President. And the power and prestige that go along with being the leader of the free world would far exceed the notoriety of his high-rise hotels and stakes that bear his name. For months now, Trump has flirted with the idea of being president. He pursued his new passion with a vengeance, trampling over 16 other suitors who got in his way. He teased his political supporters with vigor, bringing them to the point of complete surrender, convinced America could not survive without him at the helm. And basically, this is just an entire article bashing Trump, blah, 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 word after word after word. And then it says there at the end that if he doesn't get to be president next year, it will be because America's system is rigged, blah, blah, blah. He said it won't be their fault. He assured them, and it certainly won't be his. If he loses, it'll be because America's system is rigged. So basically, it's just an entire article bashing Trump. And it's so pathetic. It really is. And they're saying that Donald Trump really doesn't just want to be president anymore. He doesn't want to be the next president of the United States. He's done. He's finished with that fascination. It's over. He's not involved because he wants to make a difference in the country. He's not involved because he genuinely wants to make America great again. Now they're just saying that the only reason why Donald Trump wants to be president is to benefit his hotels and get more notoriety. So that you have this outright slander of Trump. You have where they are saying that Trump hates babies now. I mean, the media is just clearly trying to take Trump out, and they are resulting to nothing. They are not staying away from anything. Everything is on the table. They are trying to take Trump out one way or another, even if it means spreading complete lies about the man. And it really just does reveal how absolutely horrible and disgusting the media is in this country. But they have completely abandoned all sanity, have completely abandoned all of the principles of journalism, and they've just completely surrendered to promoting a political ideology and promoting a political party. And they are all on board with Hillary Clinton. But see, the thing is that they know that they can't sell Hillary. They cannot sell Hillary Clinton because people have such an unfavorable opinion of her. So, I mean, guys, there's only one thing left for them to do, and that is to take Trump out. And that's what they're attempting to do. So it's really just amazing to me how well Trump is doing in the polls, considering all of the firestorm that he's been receiving from the media. So that he's, considering that he's still a contender, I think that really just does reveal that Trump is a strong candidate because he's not afraid to fight back. And the media's never seen anything like it because typically, Republicans are known for cowering and giving in to the media's demands. It's just like with that Candy Crowley incident with Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney said that President Obama stated that it wasn't a terrorist attack after the thing that happened in Benghazi. And then he had that Candy Crowley, who was the moderator of that debate, that said that said that Mitt Romney was lying and that Obama did call it a terrorist attack, blah, 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 in the Rose Garden. And Mitt Romney looked bad. But Trump would have never allowed that to happen. He would have fought back, and he would have told Candy Crowley the way that it is. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you for listening to us tonight. For more information on the Caiden Cowger program, go to CaidenCowgerProgram.com. And for the latest news exposing the left, go to CowgerNation.com. Thank you, God bless, and God save this nation.